All right. Hello, everyone. I hope y'all are doing well. And I appreciate anybody for joining me. We are in a much better setup now. We even have a phone stand and everything that we got from Dollar Tree. We treated ourselves to a new down stem and a new little pipe. As celebration for the fact that we just got a job. We're actually waiting for them to get set up for the Zoom meeting so that we can do our, what is it? It's essentially going to be training on Zoom. And then once we're done with that, all I got to do is one last little bit of paperwork. And they're just going to schedule me. I'm thinking the schedule starts next week. So hell yeah. Make sure I have my wet wipes. Need access to these at all times, just in case to stay clean. I took a shower today. I feel fresh, clean, and a lot better. I do. Got a job. I got this place a little bit more set up, more organized, and the only thing I really need to get my hands on, I even got a vacuum. I got a vacuum for the car, so there's that. So as long as we are able to continue to sleep safe in the area that we are in, we should be good. Hey, what's up? How are y'all doing? Well, you know what they say, right? He who can catch flies smells like shit. So if you can catch flies, you probably smell like shit. And good morning. How are y'all doing? What am I eating? I got myself some Carl's Jr. We're celebrating the fact that we got a job. Things are moving forward. And, we, you know, we're doing good. We're doing good. But how are y'all doing? I appreciate everybody for being here, for hanging out. We're just going to be live for about an hour while we wait for job training to start. And once that happens, we are definitely going to be going to do that. And then tonight, we're going to be doing a stream that is more like, you know, it's going to be a reading stream. So there is going to be that. And hello everybody, how are y'all doing? I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you so very, very much. We are just, you know, chilling, waiting for the next stream, waiting for the, not stream, but waiting for our job training to start. So I do hope everybody's doing well. We're just relaxing, doing our best, and yeah, thankfully tonight is going to be a good night. I mean, It kind of sucks that we can't go live on the TikTok because we're banned on TikTok 24 until the 24th because of stupid ass shit. But at least we'll be able to go live on Christmas Eve. If anything, I'm thinking that on Christmas, I'm going to get myself a motel room or a hotel room so that at the very least I can sleep in a bed for Christmas. It would be nice. I mean, if you do want to donate to help out, which I really do appreciate. It's not necessary, but there are links in my link tree, which you can find in my bio of my YouTube. I have a GoFundMe, I have a PayPal, and a Cash App. But either way, I still appreciate, even just the consideration. Well, I mean, it is gravel. Gravel is generally hard. If you're chewing on soft gravel, that's probably mud. Just saying. I guess that's true. Soft gravel is sand, isn't it? When you really think about it, soft gravel is just smaller gravel. It's sand. Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there. And hello. Appreciate anybody and everybody that's showing up. Like I said, we're just having a little hour-long stream while we wait for work. Well, I appreciate you subbing. What's cooking? Not much. We can't cook anything because we live in our car right now. But we're eating a little bit of Carl's Jr. An alcohol stove. I'm gonna have to look that up. I didn't even know that was I mean, I knew there were alcohol burning things, and the like, but okay. I mean, yeah, that is true. But I'm in suburbia, and I can't necessarily camp cook in suburbia. And right now, because it's winter, especially because it's December, and 2 weeks from a week and a half from Christmas, all of the camping sites are a little extra expensive. So I'm kind of waiting for after Christmas, after New Year's. Then I might actually go do more camping shit while we're living in our car. It's just right now, everything camping wise, even the permits to go camping, they're extra expensive right now because it's fucking holiday season. And apparently there are people that actually like going winter camping, so fuck if I know. I didn't know people did do that still. I thought everybody was a little bit more, I thought everybody was more into the whole glamping idea, if you know what that is. Glam camping. Yeah, I went a while back. I mean, I personally like the idea of winter camping, especially if you get the right hunting permits and you're in the right area. Like if you go winter camping in parts of Canada and you have a caribou hunting license, it's actually a lot of fun, as long as obviously you account for the fact that it's windy, it's cold, and your balls are going to shrink to the size of fucking, raisins. Summit in Hellavin, England, 50-mile-an-hour winds. Ooh, that's enough to make your nipples so hard they can cut diamonds. Hunting would be lovely, but it's illegal where I'm from, sadly. I get it, not everywhere you can't go hunting everywhere, and it makes sense. Me personally, I do like hunting, but I don't like hunting for sport. The only time I will go hunting is if I'm able to go hunting and I'm able to utilize the entirety of that animal. You know, everything about that animal should be used if I'm going to take its life. Otherwise, what's the point? I've never understood trophy hunting, and I don't think I will ever understand the idea of trophy hunting. To me, hunting should only be for the reason of you're going to eat it, you're going to use its pelt to make something useful. You're going to use the brain to help cure the pelt because that's part of the curing process from the fat that comes from the brain. Um, if you ever want to look up how to like naturally cure leather or cure hide, there's pieces and organs that are actually necessary to create the process of drying the hide properly. You know, you can use the fat for tallow. There's like the sinew as exact. Every animal has enough brains to tan itself. So I heard that. I heard that. I just don't know if that's necessarily true. But if that is true, I mean, shit. It's at the very least a way to utilize every bit of the animal. Because there's no reason to kill an animal for anything else. At least I don't see it. In Scotland, they use bogs. Okay. Now, see, Scotland, I would love to visit. They were nomadic and would leave it all year while they walked around the country. Then, when they came back, it would be ready for the year's close. That's how we used to do things, you know? Everything took time. We didn't have these ready-made chemicals. We didn't have these factories and heat lamps and shit that made things happen a lot faster. No, we had to wait. We had to make it happen. And you know what? There was an art in that seemed to have been lost over time. That there's merit in that art. I know we want to make sure we're more efficient, and there's nothing wrong with efficiency. But efficiency should not be at the cost of creating unnecessary waste. But because that's not efficient, that's just fast. But just because it's fast doesn't mean that it's utilizing everything. The more waste it makes, the less efficient a process is. And we seem to have forgotten, like, not we, but corporations that manufacture on the massive scale seem to have forgotten that. Seem to have forgotten that the more, if your product makes more waste than it is able to balance out for in its usage, then it is not an effective or efficient product. It is a wasteful product. It is a product that creates more problems than it solves. And at that point, in the bare definition of a good product, it fails. And yet, there are so many businesses that have forgotten about that. Don't think, just consume. They live. Oh my God. That movie, if you ever have watched the movie They Live, it is a dystopian horror that will really open your eyes. If you haven't watched it, it'll really open your eyes to the idea of the fact that It's not everyone, but all it takes is a few people to change everything and control the masses. And it is a damn scary fucking thought. But yeah, if you haven't watched the movie They Live, I highly do recommend you watch it. It is a very interesting, it is a much older film, so there are certain things that you're going to have to be ready for, certain periodical things that might not necessarily be as PC as you would be comfortable with. But the message overall in the movie is incredibly important. At least I think so. I believe that. Well, give me one moment. The stream's going to pause for just a second because I'm going to look this up real quickly because I want to make sure. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I just had to double check to make sure the name of the movie is the right one that I was talking about. So, yes, the movie is most definitely called They Live. It's by John Carpenter. You know, the same person who made The Thing. But, excuse me. They Live is... He has a love for movies with the title of The Thing. They Live. But yeah, it's an older film, but it's a great film to just open your eyes to society today, because it's a lot like that. There's not, even if there are aliens. First off, I don't give a shit if there are aliens. I really don't. There's aliens in our oceans. We've got drones and everything. Okay, cool. Is rent any better? Is our economy any better? Is anything any different and with our world and us right now with the knowledge that aliens exist? No? Then I don't give a fuck. Quit telling me about the goddamn aliens. Start telling me about the solutions that are going to be going on around this world government and everything that's going on. One second. There is a sheriff there, and I gotta stay low. I'm still here. I'm just hiding. As long as we don't cause any problems, I think we'll be okay. Please don't come back. Alright, cool. We're good. Yeah, like fix potholes. The key stuff, you know. Industry. Maybe inspect the bridges so they stop fucking collapsing. I don't know. That might be a good idea. Instead of telling us about the aliens. We don't care about the goddamn aliens. Unless, of course, the aliens are gonna come and start fixing shit and, like, curing cancer. Fuck off. You're being a good girl, not barking back. I don't know, it's just, it doesn't make any sense to me that they're just like, oh, aliens, oh, aliens. I don't care. Oh, drones, there's drones everywhere. I don't care. You know what I care about? I care about the fact that the rate of homelessness in America has been a steady, not going lower, but been a steady and not been changed, not been fixed. I care about the fact that health insurance is an issue, and there are so many people dying within the cracks of the health insurance system because there is just so much bullshit going on. I care about the fact that our labor system is fucked up. That the people who really truly deserve to get paid livable wages won't get paid livable wages because people are on the stipulation of what is it? Whatever labor, you know, intellectual labor or whatever the fuck that shit is. But things don't move unless people move them. So why aren't we paying the people who are doing the physical work enough so that they can actually live? So that the pencil pushers can do their job. The pencil pushers are the ones that we should be paying, that getting paid less than the people who are actually breaking their backs and selling their body and time to keep a fucking nation moving. Their livelihood, their health, that's what they're selling. And we're paying them jack fucking shit. While the people who get to sit on their asses telling everybody, hey, you should be doing it this way, are swathing in the millions. It's all made on purpose so we won't have time to realize that we are slaves to the system we feed. And that's the problem, because we are. We really need to fix that. We really just need more people to open their eyes and more people to just get sick of this shit and start realizing the only reason, the only enemy that we truly have are the ones that stand above us making the rules. Your enemy is not the one standing beside you suffering. Even in their ignorance, even in their loudness, they are still suffering beside you. Sad to say this generation is still smarter than the past generation, but still dumb. Made profits over $2 million. Let's give our employees a sandwich party while the higher-ups get a bigger bonus pay. Right? Right? You know how many times... Okay, so this is the thing that really pissed off, you know, when I worked at Panda Express and I was actually a manager, it pissed them off that every time we had manager meetings and we had things like that, when they asked us, what can we do to help our employees? And I kept telling them, give them a raise. It's like, but what else? No. Not what else. You're a job. You are a corporation. You employ these people. The only thing that you can do to make people's lives better is pay them more and give them health insurance, dental, and cover them. That's it. We don't want anything else. We don't want to be your family. We don't want your fucking pizza parties. We don't want your pats on the back. We don't want your fucking little badges of honor. No, we just want more money and to be covered and to be able to live our lives properly. If you want us to be an employee, that is the only form of gratification any employee needs from their employer. I don't need anything else. You could take your pizza parties and shove it up your ass. I don't care how much you spent on that pizza party. Fucking use that and roll it over and give everybody a raise. How about that? This is something that I will never understand. Let's see, I hate how our lives are pretty much determined by how many pieces of paper we have. I know, right? Right? People should be valued. See, this is why, the thing is, the truth of the matter is, it is as H.G. Wells said in his philosophies in the books that he's written. When it comes down to it, mankind can grow beyond its infancy when we stop fighting for the menial material items that are in front of us. When mankind is provided for all of its needs, only then can they grow beyond their infancy and start to realize that we are so much more than what we can earn. That is what our evolution is meant to be. It's not meant to be in this societal trade system that is all made up. Exactly. Money doesn't have any value. Money doesn't have any value. Money has faith. Faith value. That is all that this paper money has. The only reason why, cryptocurrency has any value is because cryptocurrency is based around the commerce of information and the movement of data, as well as the efficiency of the movement of that data for the sake of processes to continue moving forward within different types of computing. That is what cryptocurrency actually is on its base coding. That is where its value comes from. But the value of money is nothing. Same thing with the value of gold, the value of diamonds, the value of anything that we actually find valuable is not fucking valuable. And yet, what is actually priceless, we refuse to acknowledge because it's right in front of us in our everyday lives, in every single person, in the eyes of every person that walks past you. There is the value, and yet we don't see it. At the very least, as a society, we don't see it. And it's sad. Because people should be valued. Life should be valued. Not money, not gold, not material wealth. People. When we value people, we will start to be able to see we can do so much more. We can reach for so much more. Because people are the value here. But at the same time, we are nothing more than a single drop in an ocean of time within the existence of all that has existed. And I think that is something that people just seem to take for granted. We, as a species, have only really existed for a singular blip. And we are not a constant. And we are bringing our end closer and closer every day when we don't recognize that. I mean, to think though, the truth is, change and evolution are at the behest of desperation. It is only when a species becomes truly desperate do they change. It's not just in humanity, that is in nature, as all that live upon our planet have done so. The only time anything changes is when the situation becomes desperate. And in truth, as much as it is a horrible, horrible idea, the only reason, no, you're good, Pimp Gremlin. The only reason why this world, or the only way that this world, or or us as a people, as a species, will start to change is when we become incredibly desperate. When we become so desperate, we have no other choice but to change, but to be different. But what that difference is, what we will become, we have no idea. All right, everybody. I am going to end the live for just a little bit. I do apologize. But I will be back, and I will be live again, because we are going to be doing a reading of The Dragons. The first chapter is what we're going to be reading today. Yes, but I am going to be doing an actual live reading of this book on stream. But I am going to get ready because I have a class to get to, because I am actually getting some job training, because I got a job, everybody. Either way, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you next time, my friends. Bye-bye. Well, I'll be back later, but bye-bye.